Woo! Boy, I hate to make this video. You know what I'm saying? I hate to make this video. But I'm telling everybody, including Taylor Loader, bow to the king. Bow to the king. All you simps that came running in on my videos, telling me, "Oh, the DC beat Stipe twice. You're crazy. You're crazy." How do you feel now? Huh? How does your temperature gauge feel now? When you hate, because y'all people, some of y'all people watching my videos, y'all hate to admit that I'm right. Y'all love telling me I'm wrong. Y'all love telling me I'm wrong. Taylor, you love telling me that I jump on bandwagons and hype trains. I don't do that. But how do you feel? How do you guys feel? All you Stipe haters out there, how do you feel? But at least we did see the return of the iPoke King. Daniel Cormier returned the eye pokes. He poked him in the eye the first time. Poked him to death. Poked him in the eye the second fight. You know, this eye poking stuff is DC got to stop that. Why wasn't he eye poking against John Jones? Maybe he was. I got to go back and watch the fight. But we got to stop DC. We got to sign a petition, guys. Stop DC from poking people in the eyes. He poked Stipe in the eyes multiple times during this fight. Multiple times during this fight, he poked Stipe in his eyes. But Stipe, it's like Stipe trained eye pokes. It's like Stipe trained eye pokes. Like he told the people in his gym, poke me in my eyes and let me learn how to battle through that shit. Poke me in my eyes and let me fight through that shit. Top of the morning to all of my waking bakers, by the way. Top of the morning. I know you guys are feeling great this morning. But anyways, Stipe Miocic is the new heavyweight champion. Now, that opens a lot of doors for Stipe Miocic. He can either rematch Francis Ngannou, which I still think he beats Francis Ngannou. That wasn't a first round KO like DC got. That was a strategic 5-round ass whooping. So I think Stipe beats him again, you know. But he could possibly fight John Jones. There's a lot of things that Stipe Miocic can do right now. But one thing that Stipe Miocic is, though, two things actually. For one, he's the 2-time heavyweight champion. He's the 2-time heavyweight champion. And for two, he's the greatest heavyweight of all time. Stipe Miocic is getting ready to defend that title 4 times this time. 5 times this time. Stipe Miocic is the greatest heavyweight of all time. I know some of y'all don't want to hear that. Some of y'all don't want to hear that. But who's been telling y'all all along? Who's been telling y'all all along that Stipe was going to knock DC out? Who's been telling y'all that? DC talking about maybe I'll get the rematch. No, you won't get the rematch, DC. You won't get the rematch. This solidifies it, bro. Stipe, that was a fluke knockout in the first fight. It was a fluke. You got lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like you caught Stipe on some unexpected shit. There was nothing about this that was unexpected for you. You seen this ass whooping coming, DC. You seen this ass whooping coming from a mile away because Stipe strategically beat his ass. But great fight, though. It was a great fight for DC. DC was in it. DC was active. DC was throwing a lot of punches. He was rocking Stipe a couple of times. He stumbled Stipe a few times in this fight. He stumbled Stipe a few times in this fight, but who is the champion? Who is the champion? Look at the eye pokes. Look at the eyes, guys. Look at that. Come on now. Come on now, DC. It's crazy, man. He started right back up with the eye pokes. Craziness. This is what won the fight for Stipe. Stipe started digging that left body hook. He started digging at it because he's seen DC fading already. And then Stipe noticed that DC was a little bit too confident on his feet. A little bit too confident on his feet. So Stipe said, okay, let me use my Golden Gloves boxing experience, my championship experience, my GOAT status experience, my GOAT level skills. Let me pick this body apart. DC was headhunting. He was headhunting. Stipe said, let me attack this body. And DC was throwing good body kicks, too. Stipe is a hell of a goddamn fighter. Stipe Miocic is a hell of a fucking fighter. He is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Okay? Stipe Miocic is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. And knocks DC out. Knocks him out with some heavy ground and pound against the fence. Dropped him and then went for the kill. Very strategic fight, though. DC had his moments in this fight on the ground where he put Stipe on his back. But Stipe is an excellent wrestler, too. So Stipe was comfortable being where he was. He knew how to defend. He knew how to stay calm. He knew what to do. Even seen some clinch moments in this fight. So DC's wrestling, Stipe's wrestling is pretty good too, guys. So let's not ever forget that Stipe Miocic comes from a wrestling background. He was a high school wrestler. So it is what it is. It may not be as high as the level of wrestler. He didn't go as far as DC went, but Stipe is a good wrestler and uses his wrestling. He uses his weight in his wrestling. But what about that body slam from DC? He picked Stipe up. Stipe did come into this fight lighter than he did last fight. But DC's just strong as fuck. It doesn't matter how big Stipe is. DC's just strong as fuck when it comes to picking people up over his head and slamming them. He loves that shit. He loves that shit. But Stipe Miocic is the GOAT. Read it and fucking weep, y'all. Read it and weep. This will be your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like button. Hit that dislike button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button. And I am out.
If you don't want to subscribe to No Filter MMA, you can fuck off.